YouTube, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Zay, and I'm back with another video. Now today, guys, is going to be doing something a little different for you guys. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you better your skill when it comes to playing Call of Duty or Call of Duty Cold War, or basically Call of Duty in general, right, guys? Got some tips and tricks to help you guys just better feel the game, better your skill, make you feel better when you're playing the game, and overall just have a great experience and have fun when playing Call of Duty. Alright, guys? But before we get into this video, if you guys are new to my channel, do me a huge favor and drop a sub down below. We're on the road to 1K subs. I greatly appreciate all the support I can get in general on my channel and on my videos. So if you guys go ahead and smash that sub button for me. Also, if you guys happen to like this video, do me a huge favor and drop a like down below. Smash that like button for me, you know what I'm saying? Like it up if you guys like this video. And last but not least, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this video overall. If you guys think any of these tips and tricks are helpful, leave it in the comment down below. Let me know, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, guys, let's hop straight into this video. Alright, guys, so I'm going to be giving you guys some 6 pro tips and tricks that can help you better your skill and just have a fun, great experience overall when it comes to playing Call of Duty, or just Call of Duty Cold War or Call of Duty in general. Alright, guys, but only specifically for multiplayer. If you guys are playing multiplayer, you guys want to know how to better your skill, how to just become better overall, and have a better game and have a fun experience when playing the game. Here are some tips and tricks for you guys. Starting at number 6. Alright, one thing I do highly recommend you guys doing is changing your sensitivity. More than likely, you guys playing a really high sensitivity or a really low sensitivity. I want to give you sensitivity that's going to help you balance that overall sensitivity for you. Alright, guys? I know a lot of you guys are big fans of the pros, the pro league. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them play on low sensitivity like 3-3 or 4-4. But that is mainly because they are better when it comes to accuracy overall, right? I'm saying? And they don't have to worry about enemies sneaking up behind them. Because when you're playing in the pro league, you have teammates who are consistently making call outs, so everybody knows where everybody's at on the map in general. All right, guys, these teammates are making call outs. When they die, they make calls to the teammates automatically head into that position, wait in that position, and lock onto that target. And being by the fact they're on low sensitivity, the accuracy is a little bit more better because they're not worried about their guns swinging left and right or up and down as quickly as possible. Right? But when it comes to playing multiplayer, all right, multiplayer in COD is way different. It's more fast paced, more consistent when it comes to people killing you often, and you don't have the consistency of your teammates making calls to you 24/7. All right, guys, so someone can easily sneak up behind you and you have to be ready to kill that person. So with that being said, I recommend you guys playing somewhere between a 7 and an 8 sensitivity. All right, guys, this is going to help you better to basically be able to turn around and take out your enemies, and then not having to worry about them sneaking up behind you and not being able to kill them as quickly as possible. You want to be able to control the way you move, you know what I'm saying, in general, sliding, you know what I'm saying, running, walking. You want to be able to control all that. So you want to be able to turn on your enemies. Being by the fact that you have this sensitivity on, you're going to be able to do that easier. It's going to make you more convenient when it comes to killing your enemies in Call of Duty multiplayer. All right. Coming in at number 5, we have the broken game mechanics. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this word before, the broken game mechanics. A lot of you have heard that phrase. There's different ones. You got the bottom of the staircase, you got the window, you got the wall right side broken angle, then you have the corner jumps and slide jumps, all that. You know what I'm saying? You have main ones that are better than the other to use. Don't forget, you can't forget about the drop shot. Drop shot is also a great one to break someone's camera angle. All right, guys. What I mean when I say the wall right side camera angle, basically, if you guys did not know, right? If you guys did not know this already, I'm going to put you on game right now. All right. If you guys take a look at your character when you're playing a game, your character is holding your gun on the right side, right? He's holding it on the right side. So with that being said, right, think about this. You're behind the wall and you're coming out the wall from the left side, and the enemy is looking down straight at you, right? They can see you. The first thing they're going to see is your left shoulder. That's the first thing they're going to see. They're not going to see your gun. They're going to see your left shoulder, which means you're automatically already at a disadvantage if you guys did not know, because your gun is not up. Their gun is up and locked in on you. That is why most of the time, 8 times out of 10, you're dying so fast, you're not realizing how you're dying is because they're seeing you first before you see them. So the best way to go about this, right? Anytime you're coming out of behind the wall, try to go from the right side. That way your gun is already up and ready to go and shoot the enemy as soon as you come out that wall. You know what I'm saying? If you can do that and get good at doing that, you know what I'm saying, you could take really good advantage of doing that and basically be able to kill your enemies before they see you. Because most of the time they're coming out of the left side wall too, but they don't realize that. But see, I'm putting you on game. So therefore now you know, and this is going to help you. And if they don't know, then you're going to take advantage of this tip right here And you're going to use that, and you're going to be better when it comes to picking off your enemies in the game, all right? Another good thing that you should utilize is the corner jump shot and the sliding jump shot and the drop shots in general. You know what I'm saying? When you come around the corners, try to slide, you know what I'm saying, or try to jump out of those corners, because what it's going to do is going to break those enemies' camera angles. It's going to make them have to move their analog stick around so they can try to kill you, because they have to try to lock onto you again after they had their sights set on one specific spot, thinking that you're going to come from this spot. If they have their sights set straight ahead, thinking that you're going to come straight out that corner, right? If you slide, their ADS is locked onto above your head. So if you're sliding, they're missing bullets. They have to look down to kill you. Or if you're jumping, right, you're jumping and they have to move their analog stick in order to find out where you're jumping to kill you. Try to use those camera angles to your advantage, guys. That's the best way to get into a gunfight and get out of a gunfight and also win that gunfight. You feel me? So try to do that as much as possible. Drop shotting is another key thing that I like to do. I like to have fun with that a lot, because when you're face to face with an enemy and they're shooting you straight on and you're taking a lot of damage, if you drop shot, they have to try to move their angle, versus you're already locked onto them, so you're drop shotting, you just keep your angle locked on them. That's it. Easy. Coming in at number 4, guys, we have centering your crosshairs. Now, if you guys don't know what this means, right, centering your crosshairs, basically what this is everybody has, as you go, if you look in front of your gun before you ADS, you see the little crosshair, the 4 crosshairs, and you see the little dot. The dot is always going to be there, right? No matter what. Once you aim in, the dot is still going to be there. The 4 crosshairs are not going to be there all the time. Sometimes when you're turning or sliding, they're not going to be there, but that dot is always going to be there. So what you want to do is try to keep that dot always locked onto an enemy. Try to always keep it up. You know what I'm saying? It also ties into with your recoil. So if you know your gun has high recoil and it likes to bounce up a lot, try to keep your crosshair dot a little bit below the chest, so that when you shoot, it shoots up straight to the head. If you know your gun has low recoil, try to keep your dot a little bit above the head, so that you can have that neck to mid chest range. You know what I'm saying? Just try to find a balance with your crosshairs. That way, as soon as you're ready to lock onto your target, all you have to do is pre-fire a little bit, you know what I'm saying, get those few shots off. That way you get a few bullets onto them, taking them damage. If you're giving them a few damage bullets, right? Then once you have time to aim in your gun, then you're automatically locked onto them, which means you can finish them and kill them quicker. You know what I'm saying? That's just how you better your accuracy overall. Just get that into your head, and I'm telling you, you're gonna play a lot better because of that one. Coming in at number 3, guys, we have knowing when to camp and when to rush, and basically controlling your area. What I mean by this, right, guys? Controlling your area. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with the map known as Nuketown, right? Nuketown is a small map, you know what I'm saying? You have 2 spawns, one is behind one house, one behind the other house, and you have the middle section, the 2 lefts, the left by the Jeep and the right by the car. Those are like, you know what I'm saying? If your team tends to take on a spawn, right? Say you have 1 spawn and then your team is controlling that mid area, which is where the bus is at. If your team is holding that whole area down and you're sitting by Jeep, if you can control the areas where you know the enemies are gonna come at from that Jeep, that's basically you controlling your area. You need to control the area as much as possible, because if you're doing that, that means, especially if your team is holding on the area with you, that's a better advantage as well, because you're not worried about what's coming from your team. Your team's supposed to take out, but not all the time you can rely on them. So that's why it's better to always watch your entire area so that you know where enemies are coming at. This also ties into playing when you're knowing when to camp and when to rush, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you're in a predicament where you have an enemy coming behind you, an enemy coming in front of you. What you do is, right, you gotta think. You got to think quick, though. You got to think on your feet. So what you do is, you know the person's coming in front of you. He's coming quick. He's rushing, right? So what you do is you rush him. If you rush him quick enough before he rushes you, you take him out. And since you know that his buddy is coming behind you, you instantly just sit there after you take out his buddy and you wait. You wait because you know he's going to come up behind you and try to kill you after you killed his buddy. With that being said, since you waited and he's coming behind you, you can easily take him out, and he's not expecting you to be there waiting for him. He's expecting you to think that, okay, you killed my buddy, you're going to continue running, you're not going to turn around and expect me to come behind you, right? But no, see, if you're thinking like how I'm thinking, you're going to turn around, wait for him, and come and take him out. That's what I mean by knowing when to camp and when to rush. Don't camp. When I say camp, don't camp like, oh, sit in the back of your spawn and wait for enemies to come to you. Nobody likes that, you know what I'm saying? That's boring, for one, and you're not going to get good gameplay, for 2. And it's also like, it sucks. Like, who wants to sit in the back of their spawn and camp? You're not going to get no kills. You're not going to have no fun. You're not going to enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying? You want to actually have fun and experience the game. So don't sit in the back of your spawn. Nobody likes that. It's boring, right? Rushing, I tend to rush a lot too when I play my games, but it depends on how I'm feeling. Like if I'm using SMG, I just feel like I want to go out there and just play a rushy game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna play a rushy game, but just know, heads up, you are going to die an absolute shit ton. Okay? You're gonna die a lot. If you're rushing constantly, expect to die a lot. And don't expect to get your kill streak as fast because you're in a rush. Unless you're like really good and you're spot on with your accuracy, you know what I'm saying? You can lock on the enemies as quick as possible while rushing. By all means, do you, my friend, do you. If you're good at that, okay. But I don't recommend it. Play it smart. Rush sometimes, camp sometimes. Pace yourself, you know what I'm saying? Try to find a balance in both. That's how you play. You play a steady game, and you can do really good if you play a steady game. Coming in at number 2. All right, guys. Number 2, we have knowing your map / hotspots. If you guys know your map and you know your hotspots, you know your spawns, you know what people camp at, you know people just sit at in corners, the corner campers, you know what I'm saying? If you know all that on your map, then you know where to go, where you can find your enemies. The hotspots is where the enemies, you know, the action is going to go down. The corner campers, you know, they're going to sit in the corner, so you always want to make sure you're checking your corners. That's another good thing to think about too. When you're playing a certain map, there's certain maps where enemies just love to camp in corners. I kid you not, I run into them all the time. Certain maps, you always want to make sure you're checking corners, but even on not just those certain maps, in general, when you're playing, check your corners is a good thing to do, good habit to keep up with. But knowing them hotspots, knowing them spawns, for example, like the map Newtown or Raid, those are classic maps. You know the spawns, you know what I'm saying? You know where they're going to spawn at. You know where people tend to hang around at the most, or where they like to sit on head glitches at the most. You can sit there, you can pick them off as they come and go, you know what I'm saying? Just watch them, wait for them to come, and that's where the idea of camping on when to camp and on the rush also ties in as well. If you know your map, you know when it's time to rush, you know when it's time to camp. Use that to your advantage. Also, use your camera angles to your advantage, you know what I'm saying? Anything that you can do to get an advantage over the enemy, that's the best way to go about it, especially if you know your map really well. A lot of people know classic maps from like Black Ops 2, you know what I'm saying, or Black Ops 1 that they bring back, you know what I'm saying? So the classic maps are a good thing to remember, but also try to you know, play more maps as often as you can so that you can learn them and understand how they work and the routes that people run on these certain maps. Alright guys, last but not least, coming at number 1, we have angry playing. Alright so guys, so what I mean by angry playing, a lot of people tend to play this game and rage, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna be honest, I did the same thing at one point, but I started to realize, especially if you want to go on high kill streaks or high nuke streaks, you have to play calm. Calm your anxiety, calm your mind, clear your head. It doesn't work. I've been on so many nuke streaks and my heart just starts racing. Then I get anxiety. Then I start getting a little bit hyped, like, oh snap, I'm almost there. I'm at 20, I'm at 25, and then I die. And I get so upset because I died off this streak. But if you would just play calm, you know what I'm saying, relax yourself, keep a cool head, calm your mind, you can think straight and pace yourself to play at a good rate. If you go in playing angry, I'm telling you now, you will die way too often, you know what I'm saying? There's been times when I've gotten to games and I've been angry, and because I've died so many times, I just continue to get angry, and then what it does, right, in your mind, you're thinking, okay, this guy killed me. He's continuing to kill me over and over again, which is going to make me want to chase him. I'm going to try to chase him, and the more I chase him, I'm going to be dying by his other teammates that are killing me, which is my enemies. Because I'm not worried about them, I'm worried about him, killing him and him only. That's me not thinking straight. So if you're not thinking straight, you're only attacking one player, you're going to continue to die, and you're going to continue to make yourself upset over the game. You're not going to have a clear mindset, and then what's going to happen? You're not going to have fun, you're not going to enjoy the game, and you're not going to do good at all. So that's the key thing to remember, guys. Play on a clear, empty head. Relax. Alright guys, so before we end this video off, I have one more bonus tip. A lot of people tend to not do this as often as they should, but I highly recommend before you play any multiplayer game of Call of Duty that you do this. Alright guys, so this is what you do. Go into a private match, right? Load up bots, put the bots on recruit, put the game mode to free-for-all, select any map you want, small, big, whatever, right? Put on radar constant, turn off aim assist, and make it headshot only. What this is going to do, guys, is going to force you to only go for headshots and not have to use aim assist. So basically, you're just relying on you controlling your analog stick and controlling the way you aim your gun. This is going to help you better your accuracy so that when you go into a multiplayer game, you're going to feel like you're an absolute beast. You're gonna play calm because of the tips I gave you before, but this is gonna better you in your accuracy overall with your gun, controlling your gun, controlling the way you shoot your gun, and also help you to aim higher. Because if you aim higher, if you practice aiming higher, you're gonna get those headshots, and those headshot multipliers are what is gonna help you to kill your enemy quicker. Alright guys, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Take it or leave it, you know what I'm saying? Hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said before guys, if you guys are new to my channel, do me a huge favor and drop a sub down below. Leave a like on this channel. And as always guys, it's been your boy Zay. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Thanks for watching.